Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, since I'm Iranian, I want to make a dish for you called Ash Reshteh, and it's actually my first time making it, but it's a delicious dish. I've already done the shopping. I couldn't find any leeks here. I live in Dubai and I couldn't find any leeks. So I'm going to use spring onions instead. These are the ends. Coriander. We'll need this. And parsley. As for the rest, like chickpeas and beans and so on, I'll tell you about them and we'll prepare it all together so you can see how it's done. Yesterday we had some terrible rain here and now I have to show you my terrace and what happened to it yesterday. And I had to bring all my laundry inside to hang it up. It was a total mess. And look at what a mess last night's storm made of the yard. Those trees, and there were a few trees there that got uprooted, and the weather is supposed to be rainy today as well. And there's still a strong wind blowing now. I'm wondering how on earth I'm going to clean this terrace. It's really hard for me to do it alone. There are tons of leaves, a water bottle, all sorts of trash scattered in the yard. As I said, because the weather was so bad, I had already done my laundry, but I couldn't put the clothes outside. So I just hung them on the chairs like this. So now I have to tidy up a bit and then get to the herbs for the ash. Okay guys, I said I'm going to make the ash, but anyway, let's move on. Let's get to the main point. First of all, this is my first time making Ash Reshteh. And since the weather here has gotten rainy and a little cold, well, ash really hits the spot. But for example, in the summer or really any other time of the year, it's so hot here that ash and things like it just don't hit the spot. We need legumes. Now, some people use red kidney beans. I'm going to use pinto beans. Remember that you have to soak beans and legumes in general beforehand. I know many of you know this. This is both to get the gas out so it doesn't upset your stomach and you don't get bloated. Don't add too much to the ash. Pay attention to the number of people you're cooking for, because if you add too much, the ash will become thick. For me, for example, it's a matter of preference, but I prefer a thinner ash over a thick one. And also, these are pinto beans, which I'm adding. I'm making this for one person, so I think, for example, this much is enough. Okay. Then here I'll say you can also use red beans. I use pinto beans here. I also add white beans and a mix of white beans and chickpeas. I like it. You definitely have to add chickpeas. But well, I also like white beans. If you like, you can add them. So that's that. And finally, lentils. Lentils must be included. Now, again, pay attention to the number of people you're cooking for, guys. The more people you have, for example, the more you should add. But be careful, if you like thick ash, the noodles themselves will thicken the ash. In my opinion. But be very careful with the amount of legumes. If it gets too thick, it's not good at all. But if you like a thinner ash, you should be even more careful with the amount of legumes. I'll pour water on these and let them soak for tomorrow, God willing. Let me bring it in front of the camera to show you. These are the legumes. Okay, look, you have to wash your herbs. I'm washing them now too. Now this is cilantro, parsley. I couldn't find leeks here. I got spring onions to use their stems. And I washed the spinach separately. Since I didn't sleep well at all last night, I really could have made the ash today. but I slept really badly and I dreamt of a friend who passed away and it really messed me up. As a result, I'm not making it today. And what's our food for today? Very simple. I've cooked sweet potatoes. I'll boil an egg. I'll have one portion for lunch, one for dinner. That's it. I just want to rest. I'm really feeling sluggish. Okay, guys, I don't know if you've ever used one of these at-home laser devices or not, but since I've had my laser sessions and my hair doesn't grow back much, when a little bit grows back, for example, because my facial hair still needs work, I use this and it's good. Its brand is Philips. Let's go. You might say I was in a bad mood, but I have to do this now. It's necessary. It's very easy, guys. It doesn't hurt. Because with laser, I have a high tolerance for physical pain, but for beauty-related pain, my patience is very low. I really scream when I go for laser, even though my hair has gotten thinner, but anyway, kill me and make me beautiful. But this one doesn't hurt at all. If, for example, you finished your sessions, get this and make it easy for yourself. What's another thing I want to do? Do a gel polish on my own nails. As some of you have seen on Instagram and stuff, that I went and bought the device from Amazon and made it easy for myself. Everyone has done Yalda red, Christmas red, so we should do it too. How did it turn out? It turned out very pretty, neat and clean. Look, if they're your own nails and you haven't done, for example, gel polish or nail extensions, this is really good. In my opinion, you should get it and do it yourself. It's very easy, very pretty, neat and tidy. Okay, my lunch is ready. I'm so hungry. Look, this is a boiled egg. First, I'll take a little bit of cheese. I'm craving it. This cheese is delicious. Then I'll spread it on this bread. I'll make a good, hearty, great sandwich for myself. And this bread, why is it so... Although the bread... Oh, this bread is very good, you know. I should mention that. Why is there so much light here, right? Then its bread is not very fattening. Its calories are not very high. And well, that itself is cool. I'll prepare my cheese, spread it on my bread. For breakfast, honestly, I have to say that I'm really not a fan of coffee, tea, and things like that at all. I just don't enjoy those kinds of hot drinks in the morning. Instead, I actually prefer a cold drink to start my day, and my personal preference is usually something like natural fruit juice or sometimes matcha. However, I didn't have any milk available, so I couldn't make matcha this time. And what did I end up having just a little bit of? Well, I had some orange juice. I wasn't in the mood. When you're sleep deprived, your eating system gets a little messed up. Not a little, a lot. I'll cut my boiled egg in half on this. Okay. I'll put it here. Then my friend Elahe, who came here for Yalda, when we were actually, for the Yalda night video, when I was making food, this pickled cabbage was left over. So I had some cabbage left over, so I pickled it. It's very simple. You just pour vinegar in it. There's nothing special to it. And well, I'm using it now. I'm putting some black pepper on my sandwich. And this sweet potato. I got hungry tonight, so I'm going to eat, God willing. It's so good. I'll put this here like this. It's going to be so good. I love pickles. Pickles, salty pickles. Next week, God willing, if I have time, I want to make some. I told my mom I'm a bit worried about the weather here, that it might spoil the pickles. She said it won't spoil now, don't worry. So I said I'll make pickles next week. Pickles and salty pickles are my favorite. Let me show you my sandwich. And here is our egg sandwich. I'll eat and take my vitamin pills for hair loss, zinc, and stuff. Then I'll see if I can sleep. If I can sleep, that would be great. I'll take a nap to feel a bit refreshed. Hello. Earlier today, I slept. I ended up sleeping for about 2 hours, which helped me feel more rested. When I woke up, I took a moment to gather myself before getting up. After that, I went to the kitchen and chopped all the herbs that I needed for the soup. But I'll deal with the spinach tomorrow because you shouldn't chop spinach too much. It gets watery and shrinks a lot. Just one cut is enough. You don't need more. Usually, since I make spinach stew, that's how I do it, especially baby spinach. That's a whole other story. I got baby spinach now. Anyway, I slept for about 2 hours and came out for a little walk. Look, since I came here, I didn't bring any winter clothes. Because, for example, last year when I was here, it didn't get this cold all of a sudden. Now, I'm not saying it's very cold, but it is cold. And because of the storm and stuff yesterday, the streets are so empty, it feels like I really hated this about Europe. At like 6 or 7, everywhere is deserted, totally dark, and when it got cold, it was even worse. It has that vibe now. For example, I always used to come to this area for a walk, and now I look and I'm like, wow, why is it like this? But the cold isn't even that bad. I said I'd walk a bit, hopefully I won't catch a cold. Because it's a bit windy and hoodie weather. But I didn't have any winter clothes. Everything was in Iran, and since it got like this yesterday, I haven't gone out to buy anything. Honestly, I don't want to buy any either because winter clothes don't really make sense here. Well, if I need a sweatshirt or a hoodie, my mom will bring it for me from Iran. Guys, there's no one here. I mean, it's silent, dark. Well, not dark, but there's no one here. Why? Has the weather affected them this much? Everyone's wearing hats and hoodies and stuff. It's cool, but it's not freezing cold at all. Now you'll see. Tomorrow from the cold. I told myself, look how beautiful it is here. I'm in love with this place. There are a few walking paths here. This is one of them. I really like this one. I'll just take a walk around for a bit, maybe look at the scenery, and then I'll go home. It's so beautiful. Look. It's beautiful. Hello. I took a shower. I woke up in the morning. It feels great to shower in the morning too, but I prefer it at night. At night, it's like you sleep with a different kind of peace. But in the morning, it's like you start your day very energized and fresh. I thought I'd get to the Ash Reshteh. The herbs were ready from last night, only the spinach is left, which I said I'd do tomorrow. I should wash the spinach, then I'll start making it. After that, let's first wash the spinach together, then let it drain, and then let's do a skincare routine together. The bad thing about YouTube is that you want to put on some music and have fun, but its own music isn't cool at all. You want to put on some music to sing along with and all that. Its own music is just useless. Here's our fresh spinach. I'll carefully wash these leafy greens under cold running water to make sure they're clean, and then let them drain thoroughly. Okay, for my skincare routine, I use different products, guys. I mean, I never use one specific product continuously. For example, one day I use this product, another day I use a different product. Now, those of you who follow me on my other channel have actually seen me use these products a lot and all that, but anyway, it's the Medicube toner. This line is the PDRN pink line. Let me show it to you like this. It's fantastic for collagen production. I'm applying the toner. It's hard like this. And while my toner is being absorbed into my skin, I'll go ahead and apply my eye cream. My eye cream is actually from the same one as before. It's Medicube and it's from the same product line. This particular eye cream contains 5% niacinamide, which is well known for its brightening and skin improving properties around the eyes. The next product that I use in my skincare routine is the serum, which is also from the same PDRN line by Medicube. I hope that it's clearly visible on camera so you can see the packaging and texture. Of course, this is almost finished, but anyway. No, before that Medicube device and all. When I apply my serum first, apply a little to your neck too. Then keep doing this, so that these areas don't start to sag. Anyway, these things are very effective. I don't know, maybe not like the medical things that doctors use, but these are also effective. Okay. After it's absorbed, I use the collagen jelly cream from the same line. Cream. My accent. Okay. And finally, I use the Medicube device. The line is actually for both absorbing products and lifting the skin. This is for wrinkles. So I use it on areas that have a few lines. This line is for the Derma Shot mode for both lifting the face and multiplying product absorption. I set it to 5. I use it for exactly 5 minutes. Look, some people are really not okay. They have mental and psychological problems. I went to buy garlic, onions, and stuff. I was picking up garlic. I didn't look behind me. I was just standing there putting garlic in a bag. Then, as I was putting it in the bag, my hand bumped into a lady from behind. A very chic lady and all that. I said, "Excuse me, I'm sorry." She said, "No, an apology isn't enough. I'm old. You should have been looking." I said, "How was I supposed to see behind me? You came and passed behind me." Well, I went to pick up the garlic and put it in the bag, and my hand just moved like this. Some people are just crazy. I said, "Okay, you're right. Then you're young," and so on. Look, it didn't even hit me hard. Some people are really crazy. I just don't know why some people act like that. I said, "Okay, I'm sorry. I really didn't have the energy to argue anymore. Okay, look, you need to let your chickpeas and beans cook completely so you can add it to the ash later. First, let the chickpeas and beans cook. Once they're cooked, we'll move to the next step." Okay, my chickpeas and beans are cooked. Now I'm going to... First, you need to properly fry some onions. You'll want to fry the onions until they're golden. Same for the garlic, but the garlic doesn't need to get too golden, okay? For the garnish, you can use things like fried garlic and fried mint, like very well fried or sautéed. But when you're actually making the ash, in my opinion, it's enough for the onions to be golden, but you don't need the garlic. Because the garlic becomes delicious in it just as it is when it's in there and all. We'll get this ready. My beans are already very cooked. Here, beans and things like that cook very quickly. Beans and, I don't know what it's called, chickpeas and things like that. Unlike in Iran, I don't need a pressure cooker at all. I mean, really, they cooked quickly in half an hour, 40 minutes. That's what's so great about it, because I don't like cooking with a pressure cooker, to be honest, guys, so that's why. So you begin by gently frying a nice fresh onion in your pan, letting it sizzle and soften. I'm gonna add like 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, but I think even this amount is a lot for just me. But oh well. Let's see how it turns out. Hopefully it'll be delicious since it's the first time I'm making it. Okay, and here's the garlic. Just chop the garlic like this. I'm adding 3 cloves. To be honest, the garlic is mostly for the aroma, because I also really love garlic. I'm adding 3 cloves, they'll fry a little together, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, oil. Guys, lately I've only been using olive oil in my cooking. I don't use regular oil anymore, not at all. I haven't used it in a really long time, actually. The reason is simple. I really like olive oil, and also, well, it's obviously much better than regular oil in many ways. Since I'm having ash for dinner, I thought I'd get some of this oatmeal to eat. It's pretty tasty. It has a ripe banana, a little bit of creamy peanut butter, and, well, some hearty oats. Okay, after your onions are golden and you've added the turmeric, you add water. It should come to a boil with the water, apparently. I got this from my cousin's wife. Let's put the lid on so it can boil. I've put the lid on, let it boil for a bit. Guys, let me tell you something. You must use boiling water, and for the entire time you're making the ash, you should have boiling water ready on the side in a kettle or a tea maker, whatever you have. After the onion has boiled a bit with the water you had, you add the lentils to it. So the lentils can cook. Because lentils take longer to cook, they'll cook with the onions and be ready. You don't need to cook them separately like chickpeas and beans. Then you add some more water once again, just as before. From the very same pot of boiling water that you had previously set aside, you pour it in. Okay, now my lentils are cooked. What do I add now? The chickpeas and beans that I had cooked beforehand. This boiling water, guys, always have it handy. And here, guys, look, I overcooked the chickpeas and beans. I got distracted because, I was thinking about how it is in Iran. In Iran, the chickpeas and beans usually take a long time to cook. My mom, for example, always puts them in a pressure cooker. That's why they got so mushy. Okay, you let the chickpeas and beans do their thing. Then, immediately, since your chickpeas and beans are already cooked, you add the herbs. These herbs, I got them yesterday and chopped them up nicely. Here are the herbs and my spinach. Guys, the more spinach in the ash, the tastier it gets. You add it, and even though you might think it's a lot, the herbs just wilt down. Suddenly you'll see there's almost nothing left. And if the spinach is baby spinach, don't chop it too finely, guys. And here's the spinach. What an ash I'm going to eat. The only thing is I don't have any kashk. The Iranian market was too far for me. That's a real bummer because it's so good with kashk. Although I also like it with vinegar. So that's our herbs. Now you put the lid on so the herbs can cook and that's it. Until we get to the next step, which I'll tell you about. After your herbs are cooked, you break the noodles into 3 parts. You pour them into the ash, then you start stirring, as my cousin says, so that the noodles don't stick together. Should I start stirring right from the beginning? Yeah, now let it boil for a bit. Look, I think there aren't enough legumes. It's okay.
How much did you add?
I accidentally poured more of it.
You did well. Well, no, it's fine.
Okay. Guys, look, I didn't have the patience for the fried onions, fried mint, and fried garlic, so I just mixed them all. You can fry your onions, garlic, and mint separately to put on top of the ash. And also, if you have kashk, you can add that too. And this is the state of our ash. It's ready. Okay guys, this ash is ready, but it could have simmered more. I mean, in my opinion, it hasn't fully thickened. But since it's not that important to me to eat it after it's fully thickened, I got impatient and served it quickly. And this is the kashk, which I happen to have. I mean, Fariba called and asked, Negin, do you have any kashk? My mom had brought it from Iran. Then I said, awesome, thank God. I wish I had asked God for something else. And this is the Ash Reshteh. Let me also show you the view from the balcony. But the table is a mess because of the rain and wind and all that. I haven't cleaned it up yet. I want the weather to stabilize a bit, then I will. So this is Ash Reshteh, which is an Iranian dish. Kashk is also in fact an item that is used a lot in Iran. I mean, they actually use kashk. And I don't know if kashk is available outside of Iran or not, because my mom brought this for me from Iran, but it becomes very delicious with it. But you can also eat this with white vinegar. It becomes very delicious. I hope you enjoyed this video too. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until the next video, bye for now.